There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe. Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console. I've never seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed. This was a Far Zenith research lab. It looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up. All this stuff. I wonder what they were doing here.
Well,
Find
Far
anything that might
Zenith.
tell us what the asset is?
Probably discovering amazing. I don't think so. cryptogenic chambers. Like the ones I saw inside a Zero Dawn cradle facility.
What were they for?
Remember when I told you I was made, not born? This is how.
A machine that makes a person. That's incredible.
Yeah. This place keeps on going. We better check in that room. This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around. The control console. To access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out. He was trying to pull that.
$236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right. I should check the log.
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Far Zenith. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least I don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck, and goodbye. So she's
still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy! Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
2 of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
I'll protect her.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone. Here it comes! Ugly one, aren't you? Oh! I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots. That thing's quick.
There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other Spectre. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
Aloy!
Aaron!
Yeah, the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight, I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
That doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron. Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing shoots down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
And the second you need me, I'm there. Here we go. Give me your best. Oh, they felt that one. Aloy. This thing was Aloy, you
I'm not
okay?
getting up.
Send you back to the forge. Watch yourself! Remember? Hit the she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon. If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all. I'll put these in my pack. No. Damn it. Well, it's better than nothing. I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
Anybody seen one of my machines strike?
Welcome back. Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Aletheia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The two remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better check on the clone before I head back out there.
Yes. She retreated to the maintenance corridor directly below us. Varl is with her.
Right. Thanks, Gaia. I'm back, Gaia.
Hello, Aloy.
The missing subordinate...
Artemis rewound Eleuthia culture upon and disseminate. Unfortunate, all are
Pharaoh, huh?
understand. He appears
All 3 of the missing or were prevented. Do you still need them?
restoring their remaining empowering. Unfortunate, attaining them.
I guess our bet, but we'll need have...
Correct.
So, based on what we've seen, I guess we can assume the Zenith's technology is powerful and also...
Yes. They appear to make extensive use. Further, they seem to be equipped energy field that
They seem to just... but... that...
throughout history, every defensive technology, while we lack the were I to absorb Hephaestus, no shielding,
So there's hope.
always.
I'll be off.
Farewell.
Aloy! Glad you made it back. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information.
About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so... the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not the same ones who left Earth 1,000 years. You didn't know?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look...
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical cell...
And you? Does that mean that...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth, I spent years studying in my training intel so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming... But why? What did the Zenith...
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponent, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. But why? Why?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they... They didn't seem to care. So, I concluded that they must wanna... Then they can redesign it.
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities, trained you. And you went along with it?
They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, that's when I started to realize I wasn't meant. That they must have made me, so I could do what their remote reboot Earth. For the...
So you know about the extinction signal?
It was speculation, but
The only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of act that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the Yeah, well...
So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them?
They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, Gerard commands them. The others, Eric, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always...
Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades proof.
He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah, I know. You mentioned the Zenith set up a base here on Earth. Where is it?
Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about... They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel... I'm certain they have other security measures. It must be.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit, plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate...
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space, other survivors of the colony.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed.
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic size, or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then...
Guess they survived old age, too. How did you escape?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. Then I saw you. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed. Outside...
Bana's dead? How did they bypass her?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about...
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236.
And the Gaia root kernel?
I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they...
Well done. You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial...
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber, an updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of...
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA.
That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to
You said you spent years studying... Was this archive you mentioned?
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia. The abbot would assign me learning modules and evaluate my Wait,
those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the... before Ted Fair...
The Zeniths have a copy.
So it still exists.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny.
To have all that knowledge, just out of... All right, I think that's enough for now.
So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaia's fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinates before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location, of course not!
You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are. You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find this place and take me back.
They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva.
What difference does it make? We're never going to beat them, everything!
Hey! You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to...
I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably... Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics.
Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. I'll check on you.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her.
So I guess we won't be making use of Sylens' weapon. And now... There is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more sub-functions to get.
Pam, whoop-a-da. I know. It makes you want to punch something. You're the one that helped me
Where'd
find
Katara
it.
go?
People make mistakes.
Aloy,
Hey, thought I'd...
you mean after meeting some, but isn't you? Guess this must be
Little?
Varl said she...
Maybe.
There is something... It's about the land.
What are you up to?
Gaia was... She helped me, and it's not easy.
That's good to hear. Did Gaia tell you...
She did. To think that there are places among the... It is... And heartbreak.
You said you wanted...
I think that once again provide... Gaia gave me... If we deliver...
That's great.
Maybe. Unless the code... Gaia showed me... We need machines...
You mean Grimhorn?
Yes.
So, then...
If all goes well...
We'll do it together.
Bless you, Aloy.
So... Warriors...
By holding in our field, but plain... In the end, the Utaru, in exchange, a veteran. This custom, but some veteran...
I believe I've met them already. I've been meaning to ask. You didn't seem to be on the best of...
That's what happens when the Karja... They burned those who were too...
To be sacrificed.
I was helping the chorus was others believe, and while they...
I couldn't have been easy.
I come from my grandmother. I moved to when the Red Ray, but the injury. One day, I woke up to hear... I rushed there, the smell of...
I'm sorry.
I made it to demand. I was denied.
You said you set out to fight the...
I did. News of... Before I knew... We knew but we also... We ambushed... Sabotage.
Sounds like you...
Enough that when the clans... We chased the...
You said you were...
To Noxmar. That before we... What happened when all our enemies... I went... It didn't feel like...
Is that when you...
I thought... Then you came. I could either...
I'm glad you... Sounds like you...
Yes, but Varl...
Yeah. I need to get going.
May the land...
Looks like some of the holograms are working now.
I have repurposed the displays to track Regala's activity in the region.
A useful war map.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
No, but I must ask. The woman Varl and Aaron brought in, she's...
It's hard to explain.
good. If she's anything like you.
Maybe. I need to go.
On your way?
Race? Well, they definitely don't sound like rebels. Maybe if I follow their tracks, I can find out where they're headed. I can probably use my focus to follow the tracks those riders left behind.
I see you, champion. Sit. A caravan of Asura make camp in the still sands south of here. We've tolerated them so far. But their leader's a greedy profiteer. He steps out of line, I'll gladly send the whole camp packing.
That's fair enough. Sounds like the Asura are taking quite a risk being out here. Maybe I should talk to them. Find out what they're doing.
Aloy, it's Kotalo. If you're in need of provisions, I recommend stopping by Salt Bite, a village north of the Grove. Cook's meals give a soldier strength like nothing else. And who knows? Maybe they could use your help, too.
Maybe I'll check it out. Thanks. Oh, it is hot. to North Settlement. Might want to stop for supplies. Bet a dyer would be interested in this.
I don't need a chap.